Hello, Leos. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for checking me out here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. I'm Sarah. Right now we are doing readings, general readings for the new moon. So I'm channeling new moon energy. You may catch this reading at a later date and time, but this is the energy that I'm channeling. It's renewal type of energy, moving through Sagittarius and Capricorn. So making space for um, for the positive traits that those signs bring us. For example, with Sagittarians, it's a great sense of humor and loving humor and healthy detachment. Sagittarians really love their freedom, and they really value that, and they value putting their energy into good service, because they really do have a great deal of fabulous fiery energy, just like you. So Capricorn energy, on the other hand, is very much into like finding pleasure in what it is that you do, and like being a hard worker, and finding pleasure in hard work. um, they're very grounded, Capricorn. So, having a good solid ground for your fabulous fiery energy as a Leo is really great intention to set with this renewal of energy. And it's happening also on the solstice. So we're in a time where it's like the shortest days of the year. And to me, that means that, it's a significant reboot, basically. Like, think of resetting your laptop, maybe even wiping it clean and resetting it on that level. That may be something that you actually want to do. What else? Um, or just like restarting your phone, like just for the purpose of like a good solid reboot to switch things up and get things going again. So with that, let's get into your reading. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles. So, sorry, the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is it's kind of about, it's reversed. So your concern is about feeling like you're yearning for nostalgia, for the things that make you feel like you're at home, the things that make you feel like you're around familiar spaces, familiar faces. You might be missing home on some level, and that's sort of at the core of where you're at right now. And it's a mindset, and you may need somebody to sort of help you either like snap out of it, or help you figure out a way to sort of pacify, um, you know in a way that's like that feels authentic, but isn't the actual act of maybe going home, or like of for example traveling back in time to be in those moments that you yearn for. So how can you set your mind to really to satisfy the urge for like nostalgic type of love? Maybe like new love is on the horizon for you, or this is like a person that you're already with, who's sort of your knight in shining armor of the mind, who stimulates your mind or stimulates you on a mental level. A good friend, perhaps. Usually the knights are not they're not partners beyond a non-committal relationship, but they're great friends. They're the kind of people that have your back and are willing to do certain things that you would designate to serve to serve you, or to serve a cause that you both are connected to. So definitely surrounding the mind, mental health, or just even like learning and growth. They could be an Aquarius, they could be a Gemini, they can also be, what's the other air sign? Libra. So we have the Two of Wands. Direction is troubling for you. The universe is saying like you need to switch up your directive game. Your prime directive is off course. Um, and balancing your it factor, knowing that you have what it takes to do whatever it is you need to do, setting new goals. Like you may find that you're just like not doing that. You know, you've hit a plateau or hit a wall and your fire is crooked or it's out of balance. And grounding, like the two, like twin flame, you may feel like you yearn for a twin flame, but also if that doesn't feel like, if that doesn't fit, then having a solid ground to burn this fire on, you know, is really what helps to have a balance within your fiery energy. So earth energy, are you missing out on that? Are you grounding yourself? Are you getting outside, walking around like on the dirt, on the ground? Or what else is grounding for you? Like things like, for folks, some folks it's yoga, it's just, you know, being around pets, stuff like that. Ace of Swords again. So your mind is really putting your fire out of whack. This person that's on your mind, this person might be challenging your mind this night, but this is also, I feel like more so this is you being your own best friend. You being your own best friend and figuring out how you can feel at home in who you are and at home in, and just having the energy that you need to stay confident. Like Leo, like when a Leo is not feeling confident, that will really kill the vibe for you. If your confidence is challenged, then, you know, like it's going to fuck you up on some level. And hopefully it doesn't lead to you expressing yourself in toxic ways. That may be the case. You know, and that can manifest in so many different ways, depending on, you know, your other personality traits. But something to stimulate your mind. So even if you, like, if there's people in your life that you feel like, just ask around. I know that sounds ridiculous. And it could also be that like you just want to, like, if you have like a mother tongue, if you are in a place where it's, you know, you're speaking a second language, it might be that you just really want to be around people that you can, like, that like-minded in a sense of having the same mother tongue or mother. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, that can be hard. That can be hard. I can only imagine. Culturally speaking as well. The devil. So in the past, actually, you were really not having any issues. It's reversed. So not really having any issues being with negative attachments. So you've released yourself in many ways. And, you know, maybe you've released yourself too far and you don't have anything to hold on to that you can, you know, all of your vices. In the near future, like, you're not really going to be experiencing any conflicts. You're not conflicted in any way. So I would say, like, you know, with all this stuff happening, like, so not to negate what you're mentally going through. It's real, it's valid. I think it's also important to count your blessings. And that's, you know, sometimes that can be a way to sort of like sugarcoat or brush over or overlook you know, things that are truly valid that you're feeling. It's just also important to know that that they're like, it's almost like nothing's holding you back to sort of try to figure it out, right? Okay. So the 3 of Swords within your attitude. Okay, so this is either like this is past pain that you've been through, but this is also like looking like the cup is half empty. Like you see that it's like you really are heartbroken. You're super heartbroken over this. And it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Your heartache is being caused by um, a strong need for this specific type of mental stimulation that you know, it might, like, maybe nothing is stimulating your mind. Like maybe what it is that you're doing in work, or you know, your job right now, it's not mentally stimulating, and that's what you need to start doing. Like you need to start taking your own initiative and seeing that you have what it takes to take your own initiative, to set your mind in a different direction, because people aren't going to do that for you. Like if you need to like level up your skill set, if you need to like get back into work after being gone for a while, if you need to sort of like educate yourself on you know, with skills or new knowledge that sparks your interest, like that's on you. That's something that you need to do, and it's not something that you should be sitting around all brokenhearted over. uh you might also like have some past heartache that is about to surface, or that is surfacing, which is why you miss this love, and why it's affecting you mentally, despite having like despite having done a lot of healing work, despite having like a lack of conflict in your life. Like there's heartache that's happened to you in your past that's very, very real. So that's okay. It's just something that you're going to have to get through. It's like the time that we have to take to grieve it. You know, we're presented with it. Uh, the cycle of it, you know, it presents itself later on. And we just sort of have to like continue to process and deal with it and get through it. It's like the dryness of grief, feeling like when is it going to end? When are you going to be over it? And knowing that probably it's always going to hit you at some point. Not for like extended periods of time, but it's there. It's like something that we get reminded of. And yeah, that's when you need to sort of take time to yourself, to give yourself the time that you need to light your own way through it, to find that light at the end of the tunnel, to feed yourself, to feed your emotions, to cope. And you know what works for you. That's what's great about this card, is that this card has experience, you know, experience and routine. There's a routine. So knowing your routine is what's going to light your way to the end of the tunnel. And engaging in your routine. And knowing that you're the shit. Like, you're a Leo. You got this. And others see that in you. So see it in yourself too. And allow that. Like, it might sound arrogant. Allow it to just get you through it. Like, who gives a fuck? Fear of being robbed of opportunities, fear of being robbed. Like, are you going to miss out on something with this setback? I don't think so. Are you going to be robbed of your dignity on account of being vulnerable? I don't think so. Um, I don't know. Like, are you into stealing? Is that something like? Are you hoping for a new opportunity to like satisfy your kleptomania? Possibly. I think this is more centered in the fear of. I mean, it's possible, but I feel like it's also fear of being exposed. Fear of being exposed as having character defects, being exposed of I don't know. Just having something stolen from you, or something was stolen from you, perhaps, and you're afraid that it's going to get the best of you. That's too much. Let's see. One more for Leos. Fear of being exposed, fear of being robbed. Maybe you feel like, yeah, like, are you afraid of being robbed again on that level? That's, like, not to say, like, it's not like, I can't say that it's not a possibility. It's a valid fear. Fear of losing someone or something that you hold dearly. It can be a lot of things. It can be a lot of things. Either way, it's a valid fear, and it's just something that goes along with this that you need to work your way through. You're feeling a little bit like you're in the dark and lost without knowing where to go, or like the direction is it's very conflicting. It's like it's a paradigm shift within yourself that is not happening, because no matter what, like it's just like the change that you desire, it's either unrealistic or it's just not happening. So I feel like it's a toss up between those two things. It's not going to happen because it's unrealistic, or it's just like unrealistic to think that it can happen, that you can get over something so devastating, right? But goals, like, what are they? What are your goals? How can we turn this upright to a place where you're doing that big change for yourself, of manifesting for yourself, you know? Getting yourself in a place where you're putting out big energy, from the 7 to the 8. Anxiety is going to be your biggest obstacle to overcome. The thing, like, if you're also dreaming, if you're having nightmares, what you're afraid of, your fears are really getting the best of you. And you may be putting on a good front that they're not. But, these things that you fear, it's not working for you. So figure out what those are, like, write them down and figure out ways in which you can process them. And if you're interested in a reading, please, in a personal reading, please do contact me. And I guess we will leave it there. Thank you so much, Leos. Take care and bye for now.